Alright, what's up DVW fam? So we got a treat for you guys today. We are in North Las Vegas right now, right outside of John Mull's Meats Roadkill Grill. They were voted #1 barbecue in Nevada, #6 in the nation. I get a really old school, authentic barbecue vibe from this place. And we got people lining up. I can smell the grills in the back. Let's go inside and get some barbecue. Let's go. Alright DVW fam, so we got a treat for you guys today. We are at John Mull's Roadkill Grill. And we got the owner here, Mr. Chuck. Nice to meet you, Chuck.
How you doing, man?
Alright, so we're just gonna ask him a few questions. And we're in the pit right now. If you guys see all the smoke in the background, it smells great. Really excited to try Nevada's #1 barbecue, right?
Well, that's what we think.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we were voted #1. So
voted #1. And #6 in the nation.
Correct.
Yeah. So, Chuck, can I ask you about the origin story of John Mull's Roadkill Grill and, a little bit about your establishment?
Sure. Yeah, actually we started out as a slaughterhouse in 1943 at the same location. And over the course of time, basically the city's kind of moved in around us. So I would say about 1996 we had to evolve. So what we did is reinvented the wheel. And we had already been doing some catering. We were doing a lot of products for, like finished products for other companies. We would cook ribs for them and they would just finish them off on the job and stuff. So we started a lot of that, and then eventually we decided in 1996 to start doing it for ourselves.
Okay.
And then we were aired on the BBD, and prior to that, which would have been about 2011, we never served on site. And then after we aired on the BBD, we started serving on site every day. So basically, we've been doing slaughterhouse, meat market for 78 years, and the barbecue for about 30 years.
Nice, 30 years.
30 years.
30 years, wow, alright, so that's a lot of time to make some great barbecue. So, speaking of the barbecue, what are some of the top hits here that the viewers should know about?
I would say probably our fan favorite would be the burnt ends and the beef ribs. As far as sides, I would say the mac and cheese, collard greens. A lot of people like collard greens now. Everything that we have is unique to basically our own seasoning. We manufacture all of our own seasonings from scratch, so everything we have is really unique to everybody else.
Awesome. Alright, so there you have it. We got Chuck here, got some great barbecue in the back. Let's go get some barbecue. Alright.
Love it, man. That's
appreciate
cool.
it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
So my name's Memphis Matlock. I'm actually a social media manager here with Presley at Roadkill Grill. We are the #1 barbecue in Nevada. We've been voted USA Today and Times, New York Times, have both voted that. So real actual, food critics. These are our burnt ends. These burnt ends are the #1 burnt end in America. It is a 36-hour process. It's about a 12-hour tumbling process. Then we have about a 24-hour smoking. So we're probably at about 20 hours right there. So you got the juice kind of coming out. Wow. And that is an absolute firm piece of meat. There's no break in that. We trim it all in-house. Like Mr. Chuck said, we're a butcher shop, come first. So the way that we're able to give the community the prices that we do is we do all of that in-house. We trim, we do everything. We have a team of butchers. It's about 6 or 7 butchers, depending on the season. Right now we're in hunting season, so we got about 7 butchers going. Here's one up right now, Mr. Randy. It's a constant process. Everything in the store we make in-house. We don't sell anything out. Like I told you guys earlier, all of our sides are local sides that we bring in. So it's a very home-centric place. We're very centered on the North Las Vegas community and Las Vegas as a whole. There's a lot of families that have been coming up here for 3-4 generations. We have grandkids that come up here and get their first plate with their grandparent that came here and got their stuff butchered from Chuck. So it's a really great place to kind of be, especially if you love barbecue.
This contraption right here.
All right, so this right here is a traditional smoker. This is a charcoal smoker, no gas, no anything like that. Miss Kelsey right now is loading up the smoker in the back. Right now we have tri-tip on. Tri-tip is one of our local favorites. We only do it on Tuesday and Thursday because just like the burnt ends, it's a 36-hour process as well. They marinate forever, but it's a large cut of meat, kind of like steak if you've never had tri-tip. Super juicy. We smoke it for about the same kind of ratio. 1/3 is going to be in marinade and 2/3 are going to be on the smoker. So this right here is going to be our fresh seasoned tri-tip. Now, it probably got to smoke for another 4 or 5 hours because it gets pulled on, pulled off. So we reconstitute it. We kind of bring it back up and then down, let it seal the juices in, and then we throw it back on the smoker. So this is where it's going. It probably got done marinating yesterday around 4, and now it's on the grill. All right, so this is brisket. Yeah, this is a new menu item, man. We're phasing it in with Chuck. This is super fresh. Sorry, it's a little hot. But this is called black gold or Texas blackened brisket. It is smoked to where there's a rind. You see that pink ring on there? It's real fine. And the way that we get that is we actually wrap it in a butcher paper. And then after the butcher paper, we're gonna smoke it for about 18 hours. So it's smoked for about the same time as the brisket, but this is our new style brisket. So he's probably gonna start serving out both, maybe one cater only. And that's just, he likes to change it up for the community every now and again. He's been trying to get the blackened brisket going for a long time, but our Traeger's been down, like he was saying. So now that he's got enough room, we can do enough food for him. But yeah, the burnt ends are always gonna be the star of the show. That's what got Guy Fieri in the building. It's what blew us up and got us to #1 in the state. But yeah, this is definitely probably going to take over #1 here soon.
Brand new, not even on the menu yet. All right, so I'm gonna try a piece of their new blackened blackened brisket. All right.
Oh man.
Black gold. Super tender, juicy. Like the little bark on the outside. There's a lot of flavor.
Pretty good. This is another charcoal smoker. This is 100% charcoal. But this is the large smoker or the poultry smoker. This is what we're going to do our chicken and our links on. So we split it up kind of evenly. So right here we got our fall off the bone rib. They're about halfway through the process. These are our hot links. Hot links are 100% beef. Even the casing is all beef. So if you have any dietary restrictions, we did that, guys. That's a 63-year-old hot link recipe. It actually is the oldest in the state. Very popular. Locals come all around just to get the links. They buy it cold. But these are fantastic. These ribs probably do have another, I'd say probably hour or so. We're going 24 hours a day, man. We have a butcher here that adds charcoal to all of our meats while they're smoking. There is never a moment where meat's not going at John Mull's Roadkill Grill, man. Never a moment.
We're in the slaughterhouse right now, guys. The show never stops here at John Mull's Roadkill Grill. Always working.
So in here we have our cold stock. This is actually some deer. This is venison. We have hunters all the way from New Mexico, California, Montana. They all bring it to Nevada to get it processed from Chuck because he has all of his own recipes. All of these bins that you see is either processed meat or smoked meat that we're gonna do. So this is one of our storage rooms. We have 3 on the location. Massive, massive place. So we have.
I really like the casual dining area of this place. There's like a bunch of outdoor seating, patios where you can eat. There's a lot of benches, a lot of options to eat out here. And also I see a lot of people, grabbing their food for takeout. It's really early right now and there's a huge line already. It's like 10 a.m. and who eats barbecue for breakfast time? So this place has some great barbecue that has people lining up for it. All right, y'all, so we have a huge, beautiful spread here. Can you please let us know what everything is? This is just
let's give you the
feast.
breakdown. Absolutely. So We have our mac and cheese. It's gonna be right here. Mac and cheese is a family recipe. It's gonna be 7 different cheeses. Got them in both plates. Is that famous? We have our house-made yams. Those are real sweet potatoes. We cut them in-house. Baked beans as well for the sides, and then we're gonna get to the main course. That could be your meats. Burnt ends right here. Those are the #1 burnt ends in America by USA Today. We also have a couple of hot links. These hot links, that's a 63-year-old recipe, family recipe, all beef, very good. These are our rib tips. Our rib tips are trimmed in-house. We also have our smoked white chicken. That's a 16-hour smoke on the white chicken. And then we have our burnt ends as well in that plate, just to kind of top you guys off. And then this is our Big Daddy. This is the number 5 beef rib in America.
Wow.
It's huge. It's what we like to say what the Flintstones used to eat. But it is very good. We smoke it for about 24 hours, and it's a beef rib. You can only get 1 per party, so it doesn't matter how many people you bring in. You can only order 1 up here at John Mull's. So have at it, you guys. Cornbread. We got everything that you guys want. Also our homemade cobbler as well, if you guys have room at the end. So.
Alright,
you guys.
Appreciate you, thank you. Let's get in. Alright y'all, so it's been a long time coming. We got a feast here, can't wait to try it. We got a little bit of everything that they have to offer here that's worth trying. So shout out to John Mull's Roadkill Grill, really excited. #1 barbecue in Nevada, #6 in the country. Let's try it out. So this is the monstrosity right here. But he said that you can only order 1 beef rib, doesn't matter if you come with a party of 20, so I feel very special right now. Got the rare beef ribs. So let's go in on this, guys. Oh my god. Did you guys see that? When you have sauce all over your face like that, that means it's good. Yeah, but we gotta do instant replay on that. So I was going in a bite expecting that it'd be a bit tougher, but my teeth just carved straight through this rib. It's so soft. One more. Wow. Look at how juicy this is. You see that? See the juice is oozing through this? This is by far the softest, most tender beef rib I've ever had. So apparently this is like Texas style barbecue mixed with Nevada from, you know, Chuck's own recipe. And I hear Texas has some of the best barbecue. I've never been to Texas for their barbecue, but that's my next trip. So this is as close as I could get basically to real Texas barbecue, and this is very amazing so far. I'm gonna have to take another bite. This is a monster. Wow. If you love fatty meats, this beef rib is a must. It's so tender, so juicy, so flavorful. There's a light glaze on it. They gave some extra of their barbecue sauce on it. Well, to describe the barbecue sauce, to be on the spicy side, it's a tad bit sweet, but I could taste more of like the spices in the rub, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's try these rib tips. So these are their rib tips right here. You can see like the little bone in there. If you guys like cartilage, you know, like chewing on the chicken wing bones, these are for you, because there's a lot of like the ribs, like the rib bone in there, the cartilage. So like you're just kind of like maneuvering through that bone and getting a lot of like the fatty, you know, crispy rib, but it's very, very crispy from outside. It's kind of like a burnt end, but it has a bone in it. So these are burnt ends right here. This is one of their most popular items. So I'm gonna take one and dip it right here in their sauce, right here. These burnt ends are so good. I have to have another one. Dip in the barbecue sauce. Real tender, has a nice barbecue rub flavor on it. I can taste a lot of like the spices. Not super sweet, which I appreciate. And yeah, so those are really good burnt ends, very, very tender. Let's try these sausages right here. So these are pure beef sausages. Really good, meaty, soft, has that nice barbecue sauce lathered on it. They're beef sausages, so it's not too fatty. You taste a lot of the protein. Let's try these tri-tip right here. This is a tri-tip right here. Let's try this out. That tastes another piece. Same theme. There's a nice, crust on the outside, a little bit of that bark on the outside where all the flavor is, and then you bite in, and the meat is really tender. So the theme of all of these barbecue items is that there's that nice, dry rub. Chuck was explaining before, all their sauces, all their spices are made in-house. You can taste a lot of that spiciness to it. There's like a kick with a slight mesquite flavor. Every one of these barbecue dishes packs such a great flavor. And there's some green onions on here for us, because you have so much meat, it gives it like that meaty flavor, but the onions kind of balances it out and gives you a nice fragrance. Woo! It gets dirty. I just spilled a piece of tri-tip. But yeah, guys. I'm gonna try another meat dish. I'm gonna try their last meat dish I don't think we tried, which is their chicken. So this is all pure white chicken right here. Just go down and dirty. Just grab a bite of it. So I took a piece of the breast, and it is tender. It's hard to make chicken juicy because it's already very dry. But let's take a piece of the skin and the wing. Nice white chicken, very juicy for chicken. You can see like the juice is oozing out of this. But yeah, you can dip this with the barbecue sauce if you like, for the extra sweetness. The sauce is consistent throughout. I like that most of these dishes are not like drowned in sweet barbecue sauce. Like I said, I don't like barbecue sauce like overly sweet like sugar. I like it just right with that tanginess. And yeah, so not all of these have a bunch of like sauce drenched on them, so they give you the extra sauce if you just want to dip it to your choosing. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I tried all the meats that they gave us, so let us try. Oh, this is some of the gold. Had the tri-tip, had the beef rib, had the burnt ends, the rib burnt ends, the chicken. So let's try the sides. So these are the mac and cheese right here. Looks nice and loaded. Let's try this out. Really, really cheesy. Man, it has like a nice saltiness to it too, to the cheese. Tastes like Thanksgiving mac and cheese, very homemade. Nice and baked. All the cheeses mashes together with the macaroni. I love mac and cheese, one of my favorite sides, so can't complain about that. So let's try these baked beans right here. Nice and sweet. There's like, I believe some bacon in here. There's some meat in this baked beans too, but nice and sweet baked beans to go with your barbecue. Let's try these right here. Looks like sweet potatoes right here. Wow. These aren't your regular sweet potatoes. It's not like the type of sweet potatoes you get at like any regular restaurant. It gives you like that nice 3D sweetness. This is a different type of sweetness to this. Yeah, it's almost like candy potatoes. It has like a different profile of sweetness to these potatoes. It's really good. I really like these potatoes. They're probably, out of all the sides, like the most unique one. That's what it is. There's like stuffing in this mac and cheese and how thick it is. I feel like it's stuffing. It's like very, very thick consistency to this mac and cheese. Alright, so last side. This is the cornbread. Or the cornbread. Let's try it out. Nice, soft and fluffy. I used to not like cornbread because I used to have like, I'm from California, so I don't think they make the best, cornbread there. So I always get like really dry, flaky cornbread. But this cornbread, very moist in the center and has a little bit crispy shell. Very moist. I feel like I'm eating Southern homemade comfort food. It's really good. Dude, I got these peach and apple cobbler. I'm gonna try this in a bit, but just wanna talk about the barbecue real quick. But number one hitter here, I'll have to say, is this beef rib right here. This is one of the best beef ribs I've had. It beats anything I've had out in California. This is amazing, guys. Look how tender this beef rib is. It's the most tender beef rib. So juicy. I feel like I'm biting into a bed of, you know, meat and fat in every bite. Alright, so yeah, that's my favorite by far, but everything else was good as well. From the rib bites to the burnt ends to the tri-tip, just the way they cooked everything, barbecued everything. We took a trip in the back to see how they smoked everything. It's just perfect. There's a nice crunchy bark to the outside with all like the dry rub spice, and when you bite into the middle, it's nice, fatty, and tender. And every bite from the tri-tip to the burnt ends, have nothing to complain about this place. This is some bomb style barbecue that you can get in Nevada. So like I said, so if you guys can only visit Las Vegas or Nevada and can't make a trip down south, I feel like this is how Southern barbecue should taste like. It's just amazing. So yeah, I can definitely see why this place is voted #1 in Nevada. It is amazing barbecue. So enough of the meats, we tried all the food. So let's move on to the dessert. Let's see if the dessert can match the meats. So this is their peach cobbler or apple cobbler. Let's see. Peach. I like that it's not super sweet. I don't like my dessert super sweet, but yeah, there's a nice peach flavor, and then there's these, you know, breadcrumbs in here. Sweet bread pudding. So good. Love cobbler. It's a nice dessert, and contrast to all of like the spices, sweetness, and all the meat that I just consumed. It's a good dessert. That was a peach cobbler. Let's try the apple cobbler. You would think that it would taste the same, but it's a different sweetness profile altogether. But I mean, it's the same type of cobbler, nice bread, sweet but not too sweet. You know, pudding, but then you just get that apple flavor from this one. The apple is a bit crunchier. The peach is more mushy, of course. Alright, DVW fam, so that was it for this video. We had a great time here at John Mull's Roadkill Grill. It was a movie. The hype was real. This is some of the best barbecue I've ever consumed in my life. Everything was just on point. So needless to say, DVW score 20 out of 10. And just the whole vibes and the whole tour that we got here was great. I can see why they're so popular in Las Vegas. We'll definitely come back here. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, please like it. Comment down below some recommendations for us. And subscribe for more DVW food vlogs. Deuces.